Hello and welcome into the Game Boy Retrospective. A little bit different because I'm not doing a Starsky and Hutch episode on Let's Play. I'm going to be doing the retrospective of the Game Boy and DS series. Because I have a lot of Game Boys and a lot of DS's. As you may know, I'm a humongous fan of Pokemon. That's kind of where my whole love for Game Boy started. So I will basically show you all the ones I've got. I haven't got the Game Boy Micro or the Game Boy Advance SP. I have got the Game Boy Advance SP, but I can't actually find it. Game Boy Micro I've never had, but I would love one. So if you guys have one that you could let me borrow or buy or anything, please tell me. Game Boy Micro, I would love one of those to basically complete my collection. And also Game Boy Light, I haven't got one of those with me because I don't actually have one. And also the DS Lite, I don't actually have one of those. So I do have one of those, but it's missing. I tried finding all these consoles before the video started. Not all of them. My room is a mess. So yeah. So the game I'll be using for these couple is that one. So here it is. Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Now this is released obviously in 1989 in Japan, 1990 in Europe, and 1990. Yeah, I did get that right. I thought I said 1991. No, I didn't. In Europe and America. So the game, they all fit in there. They're all this size. They were slightly different. This is a Game Boy Color cartridge. It's not actually going to work, but it's Pokemon Crystal. Love that game. My favourite is obviously Silver, but yeah, it was kind of the combination of both Silver and Gold. So yeah, that basically goes in the back of there. So these all fit. They're all the same size. Doesn't actually work because I haven't got any batteries in this one. But yeah, this console is huge. It's big. This wasn't pocket sized at all. You cannot carry around this in your pocket. Buttons, yeah, they're good. They were definitely good. They're not as good, obviously, as the NES. The NES controller or anything really. Feel a bit loose and they're a bit clicky. These buttons I absolutely hated. This wasn't my first Game Boy. It may surprise you to know. So yeah, I'll tell you my first Game Boy right now. This was my first Game Boy, and I still have it. This is my original Game Boy Pocket, which was the successor to the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. A hell of a lot smaller, as you can see. Put these side to side. I mean, I got a battery pack in here, but we used to have like a charger and stuff, but that broke. Basically, right now it's just being a back. So I haven't actually got the original back for this thing, so it kind of tilts like that. So yeah, the size difference is insane. These actually could fit in your pocket, and the screens are really good as well. It's a slightly bigger screen. The resolution is slightly better. Hooray. So yeah, this, I don't know how, but I actually still have batteries in here, and they still work. So let's turn this bad boy on. There we go. Nintendo. It's going to be very hard to see in this light. There you go. That's kind of the best I can do. There you go. That's me. Hello, guys. As you can see there, it says the game pack is used for Game Boy Color. So it won't actually work in here, but it does actually work. It's still got full battery life. I don't know how. The only problem with this console was the fact that it took AAA batteries, which are bastards. I hate AAA batteries. I'm sorry, but I really hate them, and they're way more expensive. I find than normal ones. Every other Game Boy that I know of used AA's. Why did they change it to AAA's? Yes. Okay, so it was smaller, but you had to pay more, which wasn't good. I found this actually when I first moved to Downton, where I live now. I found this in a I think it was like a fete, like a humongous kind of party on our road thing, and they had like a stall, and this was on there for £10, and it had some games with it. I think Tetris and some other ones. And the first game I went out and bought was Silver for it, and I loved it, absolutely loved it, and that's what kind of got me into Pokemon. Then my successor to this, of course, and the Game Boy itself and the Game Boy Pocket, that went straight after I got this. Please excuse the colour, it's purple. This is a Game Boy Color, the first Game Boy to actually have colour screen. Not my favourite Game Boy. This took AA's. Hooray for AA's. And this does work. So this is a Game Boy Color cartridge. Pokemon Crystal does work in here. I think this was basically the last one that actually was made for the Game Boy original cartridges. Things always move the power button. I think it's, where is it? It's there, isn't it? It's there. Yes. Wow. There you go, Nintendo Game Freak. Ha. The memories. I love Pokemon. I'm maybe doing a retrospective of Pokemon actually soon, which will be absolutely brilliant. Please excuse the cuts on my hand. I have a cat. If you have a kitten, you know what I mean. So that lasted me about 2 years. Absolutely loved it at the time. I got it at school. Some kid gave it to me. My friend, what was his name? Marcus. He let me have it. And I was over the moon with it. I loved it so much. It was the best thing. Although I tried playing it today before the video. And it's so hard to actually get that screen. And you can't really see it very easily. It's a pain in the ass. So, that is that. Hooray. And then we move on to what I can only describe as one of my... is probably not my favourite Game Boy. But this was my successor to it. I got the clear one, the Game Boy Advance. Absolutely love this console. Thing is, I got this. It was the last one. I obviously got it late. Don't know how, but I got it late because I got it just as they were bringing out the Game Boy Advance SP. And this was literally, I'm not kidding, the last one in the shop where I was, in the town I was. They had this one in a box at the back because I didn't like the look of the. At the time, I didn't like the look of the Game Boy Advance SP because I thought, oh, it looks like it's gonna break. It looks like it's gonna snap. So I thought I'm gonna go for the real one, the real Game Boy. Here it is, guys. So yeah, they changed the cartridges for this as well. So I think up here I actually have a. I would keep losing these cartridges. I've got them for the video ready, and I keep losing them. It's really annoying me. There it is. Pokemon Ruby. That's the game I actually got with it. I absolutely love this game. Not my favourite, but it's probably my second favourite Pokemon game. And this also still works. There's batteries in it. Where's the... There you go. Oh, they never get old. I love that. Don't know if these are full power batteries. But they still work. I don't know if the game's going to work because it's been in my DS for bloody ages. No, it's not going to work, is it? That's alright. I use the old standard way of cleaning these, the real way. Has it blowing it? That normally works. Good on Nintendo. They're the ones that brought out the whole into everything, like the NES. You just blow into it, or the N64. You just blow into those cartridges a hell of a lot. See if it works now. There you go. See? That's how real people actually work it. Again, the screen hasn't got a backlight. Absolutely awful. I can't even see anything right now. Is that just me? Oh no, there it is. Classic. So yeah, Game Boy Advance SP. No, Game Boy Advance Original. Absolutely brilliant console. Apart from no backlight. Learn, Nintendo. You should learn quicker. They brought out the Game Boy Light. But it had a backlight. And that was in the era of Game Boy Pocket. I mean, hello? Put the backlight in it. So they did. And they brought out the GBA SP. Which I haven't got, obviously, right now. So, next on my list has to be... this mammoth beast. It would have to be... the DS. Oh, God. The X-Wing. The Y. There was a bit of video I watched years ago where this guy goes, it looks like a Y-Wing. Original Nintendo design. You can't beat it. I mean, look at it. It's butt ugly, and it hurts to hold it. I don't know what they did with the screens though, because the screen on this thing, I've tried playing. I've played the DSi and the DS Lite. The screen on this thing is absolutely awful. The resolution on it is not good, and it's not just me. So at this time, they actually brought out new ways of playing games. The cartridges were completely different. I have a cartridge here. Of course, the best one on there upside down, Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart. I love Mario. I love me some Mario Kart. So, I'm going to hopefully be getting it on Wii soon. So, here it is. Ah, backlit screen. Oh, lovely. I've just got to say, my favourite Game Boy was the GBA Game Boy Advance SP, because it's beautiful. I have the NES Special Edition version. Absolutely love it. It's the best Game Boy there was, I think, personally. What do you guys think? Because I want to know. And I think the Game Boy Micro had a better screen, but I never had one of those. So as I said at the start of the video, if you do have one, please let me have it. Or if you have one and want to sell it to me, then I would be happy to pay, as long as it's not too much, obviously. So yeah, this works fine. Great console at the time. When I first got it, I was like, this is amazing. It just turned back on again. I don't know why. Let's turn it back off again. Yeah, that soon went out when I got my DS Lite from Aaron. So the DS Lite I haven't obviously got with me right now. So yeah, then last but not least, I haven't got a DSi either, which is not a great retrospective, is it? I haven't even got many of the consoles. DSi XL. Yes, I have to do that voice with that. It's bloody huge, isn't it? It's. Yeah, they learnt, I think. They kind of added the humongousness of the Game Boy and added it. Sorry, the cat's being a right pain. It's sitting in a bag when I'm trying to do a video. Look at me. Look at me. Stop sitting in bags in the video. Stop sitting in bags. Okay. They kind of added the Game Boy. They went, let's make a new console. What should we add? We should have this and mix it with, oh yes, this. Then they got this. I'm not kidding. This is, if you never hold one of these are bloody huge. They are humongous. I know. I got the DSi XL. I have big hands. I need a big console. I don't need a little dinky DSi, but this is humongous. I thought it was a slightly bit bigger. They said 43% bigger screens. It barely fits in my pocket. Hang on a second. Let's open this up. The screens on these are great. People say they pixelate very, very easily. I don't think they do. They're not that badly pixelated at all. Sorry for the blindness there. I mean, the screens on this is just lovely, and of course it's got the camera. Here we go. Let's do the camera thing. Let's camera ourselves cameraing this. There you go. See? Wow. That is amazing. I'm sorry. Let's capture myself. Wow, that's technology there. Crappy cameras on it, I've got to admit. This isn't really the main reason for this console. The fact that it's meant to be a games console, not a photograph taker. I don't know why they added this feature to it at all. I've been playing a hell of a lot of Pokemon Heart Gold. I love it. It's not as good as Pokemon Soul Silver, god damn it, but I have it anyway. So yeah. What is your favourite Game Boy or DS? GBA SP, as I said earlier, best one in my eyes. Just absolutely love it. Yeah, so Game Boy, a long life, very long life, and I think the last the Game Boy Micro stopped. The last Game Boy to be called Game Boy, which was the Micro, ended in 2006. So kind of sad, really. And then they kind of went on with the DS thing, and yeah, that's really history. But great consoles. Nintendo, you outdid yourself really well, apart from this. God damn it, what is this? Okay, guys, so I'll be hopefully back with another video at some point. Probably on a Pokemon retrospective. I want to show you guys all the Pokemon games. Oh, God. Yes, run away now. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, or up here, or wherever they've put it now, because they're constantly moving it. Got to stop rating all my videos. Thank you for watching, guys, and that's me out.